Been a while.
Seen you, right?
How you been?
I've been well, thank you.
I see. I keep up.
Thank you for
I
that.
keep up.
Thank you. It's the support is incredible. You supported me since I had the powder room.
Oh, my favorite spot.
Yes, you and your girlfriends. That was like an afternoon that I will not
Yes,
forget.
That was so much fun.
For sure.
That was so much
For
fun.
sure. But I think one of the most memorable times, and I think I made mention when I had the store, was when I would see you and your father
Right.
walk into my store.
Right.
Just
Right.
something, it just touched me every
Mhm.
time
Mhm.
when you guys came into the store. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to, with Father's Day approaching in a couple of
Perfect.
weeks, right? Everyone makes such a big deal about Mother's Day,
Right.
and they are very important and essential
Yes.
in our lives.
They always
but
talk about how we dog the fathers out.
that's what they always say. And listen, and there's always cards left.
Right.
The day of Father's Day,
Oh, yeah.
you can get as many
Oh, yeah.
cards as you want. Nothing is
Yeah.
gone. But
And
there's
on the players' field, when they make that touchdown, it's always, "Hi, Mom."
yes,
Mom.
yes. But why is that, right? Because I
I
know
know.
there's some good dads out
Yeah.
there.
They get
There's
a bad
some.
rap. They get a bad rap.
They get a bad rap.
Yeah.
They get a bad rap. But
But we're going to show them love today.
say again.
We're going to show
We're
them
gonna
love
show
today.
them love today. This is what was very important to me, to
Yes.
show love to fathers and the
Right.
impact.
Right.
I lost my father at a very young age.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, he was a minister,
Mhm.
and look, I guess he just.
Oh, he's talking.
He's talking. That was thunder.
thunder.
I lost him at
Uh-huh.
a very young age.
Yeah, yeah.
But I always wonder.
Right.
It's kind of nice to say my dad.
Yeah.
And that's a good segue for me. When I say to you, my dad, what comes to mind?
My dad. It is a special type of relationship. I'm the only girl. Two older brother, younger brother.
Okay.
And they always say girls belong to their father.
Yes.
And I believe that that's true.
It is very true.
They're the example that you look for hopefully in the man that you end up with.
Yeah.
You look for the traits of your father.
Yes.
And I can say that I most definitely have always looked for that.
Yes.
It's my comfort zone. It was, and and I don't have to really search for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a feeling that you get if you see your father as someone you know.
Yes.
You just know.
Yes.
And he's always been the quiet lion, I call him.
Yes. Well, I've had the pleasure of meeting him, and
Yeah.
he is like Denzel. I don't know.
We call him Benzel.
Denzel. Okay,
That's what we call him.
that makes sense.
It's funny, we call him Benzel. Benzel because he is just. My mother used to call him Tango Slim
Oh, okay.
because he was thin and tall and
Yes.
walked with that gait.
Yes.
That special. He still has that,
Yes.
that kind of slow.
Yes, a little
kinda
swagger.
Little swag
Yes.
there. And he always went the extra mile. And they had two boys.
Mhm.
He always went the extra mile for Data.
Yes, for sure.
Yes,
For sure.
always went the extra mile for daughter. And he always, he teased. The best memories I have is when I did bring home boyfriends. He always had a nickname for them. Not to their face, but once they
Okay.
left.
Were any of them good
yeah,
enough?
I can't think of one. Well, maybe later in life.
Later in life, okay.
But when I was younger, I was still his girl. So
Right.
I don't think anybody was good enough. And,
Right.
He'd make crack slide jokes and say, "Wow, well, the lips on that one. Cool 10 pies." And I was
Try to detour you.
Oh my God. I always said, "Dad, stop it." But he was always very respectful of
Yes,
anybody.
I
that
can't
brought
see him being any other way.
He was always very respectful. He was a disciplinarian.
Okay. We need that.
We
need that.
definitely need that. And he was down for all his kids. He really
Yes.
was. He was just always there, and I used to be, I guess I still am to an extent. I used to be a tomboy,
Okay.
and I was the one under the car handing him the tools.
Oh my
and,
goodness.
and fixing stuff in the
Sure,
house. And
sure.
that's why I know how to do some
Yes.
of these things now.
Yes.
My brothers, not a mechanical bone in their body.
Oh, that is very funny.
But
That's very
yeah,
funny.
Yeah, but I loved it.
Yes.
It was my time with him.
Yes.
We had that in common.
Well, there's a relationship, I think, with fathers. Even though I know I didn't have my father there, I could only imagine that this little you're always his little girl.
Right.
And just
Right.
the level of protection I would think that a dad always wants to show and to offer.
Sure.
That's just unmeasurable.
Yeah.
And I know, again, like for me, I not having a dad, when I see those kinds of relationships,
Yeah.
it grows near and dear to me. When I was thinking about this interview, I'm like, okay, I am not gonna cry because I am a sucker.
And I'm the same way. You know, I still cry at the poor Indian guy commercial where the litter is all over. He looks and the tears coming down his face because it's litter all over the United States. And I'm
yeah. I'm very soft when it comes to certain topics are very sensitive for me. You answered a little bit one of my questions that I had written down to ask you. What was, I know you mentioned some of your funny memories of your dad when you had dates, but what's your most heartfelt, what is the most memorable experience with your dad?
I guess the most memorable is when I had the children, the girls, because that was those were the first grands.
Oh wow!
You know, and that was really something to behold.
Yes.
It's when I could really. He just doesn't show a lot of emotion.
Okay.
But that was the one time I remember, other than my unfortunately my mother passing.
Right.
The most emotional that I've seen him is putting Jennifer in his arms.
Oh wow.
Sure. He was just
his grandbaby.
Oh my God, his first grandbaby, and just the fact that he's here to see so many more.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's such a blessing.
Wait. With that being said, how old is he?
He will be 97 in December.
I had it right. I said he's 96 years old, and he'll be 97. God bless.
Yes.
And I pray many, many, many more years.
Still cooks.
Oh my goodness.
Still gets around. I have to force him to use his cane, but only because of a balance issue.
Sure.
I don't want him to fall and break his head.
Of course not. Yeah.
So although he can walk, he can kind of shuffle and slow him down.
Yes.
But I just ask him to use the cane.
Sure. Of course.
I don't want to. And the way I kind of have to threaten him. I have to say, you do not want to be in the hospital.
Exactly.
You want to be in this recliner chair that we all chipped in to get you.
Right.
In front of your TV watching your westerns. You are not going to like being in the hospital. So that's straightens him out. So he's been using that cane. 2 of them.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Listen, you got
one in the basement, one upstairs.
Keep him at every corner for sure.
Every corner.
Yes,
we watch him
for sure. Well, listen. I'm so grateful and thankful that you allowed me this space and time to talk with you.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Like I said, fathers, they get such a bad rap.
Yeah.
And my heart is really soft for dads because I think oftentimes it's unfortunate that sometimes in relationships that moms or mothers may be misdirected anger sometimes, and men are not fighters like us, and so it's easy for them to walk away. It's very easy for them to walk away.
It is.
And you may say, but that's their children. But no one wants to fight all the time.
No, and and I see it. Men that relationships I've had in the past, and even up to now. The men that I've dealt with, because I look for a certain quality in them, a couple have had children, and they love their children.
Yes.
I mean, they would do, and it's crazy because.
And I doubt you would be with anybody that didn't, because you know the feeling.
Yes.
Of right.
But they're estranged from their 3 people that I know were estranged from their sons. Yeah. In all 3 cases, it was sons.
And I can almost bet, I don't know the story, it was not because of them. There's so many. Right? I think first off, right? And I think especially when men have children at young ages, they're already frightened. And I think any man, even if he's a child, you can see little brothers with their little sisters. They have this innate they want to take care of, right? Yes. So just picture now a man having his baby.
Right.
His natural instinct is to take care of his child, but something happens.
Something happens.
Where. And it's very sad.
It is sad, and especially because, some of them have not had relationships with their father. Right. So now they're even more determined to have a relationship with their own. Right. And when they're denied that, I think it does something. It's very harmful to their psyche.
Oh, 100%.
And it's really deep seated, and you can feel it. They bring that into the relationship.
100%. I have had friends too that firsthand. I've seen them trying to have relationships with their children, and the dynamics are so off and skewed, and it's because, unfortunately, and listen, y'all may get mad with me, but it is what it is. So the women sometimes, and granted, is it right that he left? No, it's not right. But now he left you. Right. He didn't leave his children.
That's right.
Right.
They used a child as a
bartering,
a bartering tool.
A bartering tool.
And it's unfortunate for the child, because now you're forcing the child to take sides.
Now you're forcing the child.
They're not really taking sides, because they're only
I
hearing.
Had a parent actually. Someone told me a story that a parent actually told their child, "You're going to have to pick me or them."
And that awful.
Can you imagine?
That's awful. That's awful.
What a decision you make.
That's the worst thing you can do, and especially with boys, because they need their fathers. It's things that I don't care how good a mother you are.
I don't care how good a mother you are. Sons need their fathers. Absolutely.
Certain things that have to be taught by them.
Absolutely.
And it's terrible.
I think that kids need both of their parents, and just learning how to co-parent. I have a friend, I remember I met her when I was very young, and I used to watch her. That she and her child's dad was not together, and never once did she ever talk bad about her. I had never seen, and he was not the best man to her, but he was a good dad.
Yes.
And she had the wherewithal to understand the separation.
That's right.
Okay, we didn't work out, but he's a great dad.
Right.
And I'm gonna love him and respect him because he loves my child.
But that comes with maturity. That's maturity, and some females.
We were in our 20s though, but
some of them are ready, and some of them are just not ready.
Yeah.
So the hate kind of takes control of the whole situation.
Yes.
And, there's nothing you can really do about it except hope that they come to terms early on before that child, because really it happens at the worst time for the child, the adolescence.
Sure. Most definitely.
It would almost be better if it happened when the child got older.
Yes.
And then you went your separate ways after raising the child, but it always happens.
Yes. And what parents don't understand is you're trying to build your child to resent him, and 9 times out of 10, when they get older, they start to resent you for doing that.
That's right. Especially if they get to forge a relationship with their father.
Absolutely.
And they see how he is, and then they start thinking about what they missed out on.
Oh, 100. They see them with another family. We also grow.
Yeah.
If I was a man and I'm 19, men already learn a little slower than the women.
I know.
But if I'm 19 and I'm having a baby, now I'm 40, I'm a different man.
Right.
And I'm a different person.
That's right. So you should be.
You should be.
You should be.
You should be.
Doesn't always happen, but
right. This is true. This is true. But anyway, this has been we could talk for forever with this, but this has been wonderful. Thank you so much.
And I want to let you know that Dad remembers coming to the powder room.
Does he?
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful.
Absolutely. And I still have that coat, and I still wear that coat.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, indeed. That plaid green coat with the brown leather sash.
Okay.
And it's I still wear that coat.
Oh, wow.
I love that coat.
Thank you for
that store.
Thank you. I love when customers. I'll forget. When I had that store, it was like autopilot. I don't even remember.
He remembers that. He remembers you.
Oh, that's
and the whole dynamic.
And, that's wonderful to hear.
It's special. It was a special time, and I love that store, and I love where you're taking this and your creativity. And I watch your video.
Thank you.
Pop-ups, all the time when you're walking. You see I scold you.
Oh yes, I got a virtual whipping.
I
got 2 virtual whippings actually.
Kind of deserted out there. Somebody better be with you. You have a bat in your back pocket. Yes, but I should have known, because I know Terry. Terry would not have you out there fending for yourself.
No.
So I apologize. I should have known. I said, no, she's a lot smarter than that.
Yes. Well, sometimes I did sneak the other day, but I didn't go as far as we went together. But I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be like silly and make a bad mistake.
But those little fireside chats you do, they're special for you, I can tell, but keep in mind that it's always special for someone else to hear.
Oh, thank you.
To hear that.
And that's important.
It's very important.
Even
because
if it's
you're starting their day, you don't know how they woke up.
No. Yeah.
So it is a blessing to hear some of those stories and some of those uplifting stories and messages. It kind of helps you start your day off the right way.
You never know.
You never know who you're touching.
Even if it's one person.
Well, look at what happens. Look at the circumstances that you fall into.
Yes, for sure.
That's not a mistake.
No.
You know who's responsible for that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you keep on, as my mother would say, you keep on keeping on, girl.
Thank you. And it's, I love you. I thank you so much for supporting me.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Anytime.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys. This has been our my first interview, and this is going to be a salute to Father's Day. I hope you enjoy it and continue to please follow me. And listen, if you can't support as far as buying, tell a friend and tell a friend. There's all kinds of ways you can support. So, all right, be well. I'm signing off, and remember, be a blessing and not a burden. Peace.
Okay.
That was